Wow. Woo! When I first thought about giving a speech at graduation, I promised myself not to open with another one of those tacky quotes. You know, those lines that are just put in to break the ice. Those words of wisdom that we've all heard countless times. The famous lines from Martin Luther King Jr. or those from John F. Kennedy. I pledge that this speech will not be another that contains... Hold on. I got it. I pledge that this will not be another speech that contains an overdramatic reading of Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You Will Go. That's what I was trying to say. And in order to keep this promise, I wrote these past few sentences. Take that, Mr. Evans. I did not start with a quote. Elizabeth Arden once said, "Only want people around who can do the impossible." What Arden means is that only through surrounding yourself with those who can do the impossible can you finally achieve your full potential. Because it is these people that bring out the best in you. Well, my fellow classmates, the graduating class of 2006, you have brought out the best in me and one another. Why? Because as I stand here before you today, I can say that I'm surrounded with over 300 friends and classmates who over the past 4 years have done the impossible. Now I know, some of the parents and maybe even some of you students are thinking, since when is graduating high school impossible? Well, let me remind you of the impossibles we've accomplished over the past 4 years. Finding your classrooms on the first day of freshman year, especially when room 60 is about 10 steps from room 1, but a 5-minute walk from room 59. And room 54 is right here next to the softball field, but room 55 next to the cafeteria. And rooms 66 through 74, not even in existence. Finding your classrooms, impossible. Making new friends within 1,900 people whom you've never seen, impossible. Enduring 91 sessions of This Day in History, impossible. Starting and finishing that senior project the night before it was due. Impossible. Having your parents understand the social implications of going to the party on Saturday night, impossible. Surviving lunch on the following Monday when your friends remember to tease you about everything you did at that party, very impossible. The thought of sitting here on graduation day as one of 306 students, when on the first day of freshman year, there were 453 of us. Impossible. And yet, here we are. We found our classes, we made new friends, we finished that senior project, we convinced our parents to let us go to that party, we even survived lunch on the following Monday. And now, we sit here moments before we take our final steps as high school students. Next, we will move on and face new impossibles like growing up, going into the real world, getting a real job, and maybe even one day we'll come back here for our 20th reunion when we'll be almost 40, which I'm sure to most, if not all of you, sounds impossible. Well, my fellow classmates, the graduating class of 2006, I congratulate you on all the impossibles you have conquered over the past 4 years and wish you the best on all the impossibles you will take on in the future. However, I remind you that the impossible does not exist. Impossible is just a word for those who fear to explore their power to change the world they've been given. Impossible is not a fact. Impossible is an opinion. Impossible is a state of mind. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is a dare. So go out there, change this world, because if you've learned one thing over the past 4 years, it's that impossible is nothing. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2006. Thank you.
There are two special awards.